We make several beers here at Baying Hound Aleworks. Our flagship beers consist of two, and then we usually have a rotating seasonal. The very first beer that we produced was the Lord Whimsy Mild Pale Ale. I had originally designed this to go with curry, because I'm a curry freak. I love curry. And then we have our IPA. It's the Hop Shot IPA. Interesting little story behind this one, because the original recipe had a hop profile that had some hops in it that suddenly went into a shortage, so we couldn't do that. So what we did is we ended up brewing two different IPAs with two totally different hop profiles, and we had the people in here vote for it. Well, as it turned out, it tied. So this was born with the dual hop profile. Then we have last spring and through the summer we ran our Rockville. It's our version of a Kolsch. Although we had some Germans who came in here and said, "You can't call this a Kolsch." So we're like, okay, well, we're going to name it after the region it was brewed in. So we called it Rockville. And that scored some major brownie points with the city of Rockville. And they gave us a certificate of appreciation. We got on the news and all that. It was wonderful. The Long Snout Stout, my wife came up with that name. I was originally making fun of her Canadian accent and saying, "Out in a boat, stout." Well, she came up with Long Snout Stout. And as the joke goes, you have a few of these and you try to say it 3 times fast, you're not going to be able to. Well, we just started a new series. We're calling it the Brewers Reserve series. And the very first one in the line is the St. Hubert. It's an 11% Belgian-style Abbey Ale. Lots of candy sugar, nice hop profile, malty, and be careful with that. You'll definitely want to share that with somebody. And what we're going to be doing with the Brewers Reserve is we do a lot of work with the Montgomery County Humane Society. And what we're doing with the Brewers Reserve is we're going to be donating $1 for every single bottle we sell of this to the shelter. I get asked, do you ever get bored brewing the same thing over and over and over again? Well, answer is yes and no. So to keep from getting bored, we do a lot of pilot batches. This also helps us do a little bit of market research, because we have people come in here and taste our new experimental or pilot batches. Like, for example, right now I'm enjoying it's a porter that is made with aquavit spices. For those of you who don't know what aquavit is, it's a liqueur actually it's a schnapps in Scandinavia, and usually flavored with things like dill, caraway, grains of paradise, and things like that. And so we threw that into the beer, and then we took it a step further and put oak that had been soaked in aquavit for several weeks, and just threw that into the beer to age.
That you have chosen, it was never meant to be. So I claim this world for reason and its rightful destiny. For the burden lies upon me to bestow our suffering on the orderly projections of this ill-begotten king. For this might and this marauder